Hey, welcome to this episode of the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. So today's podcast is a Health Freedom Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about intentional living and your health. So this is a spiritual life coaching session for Lightworkers. Every single Tuesday, I come live here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, and I share my journaling practices, and I share with you how you can raise your vibrational frequency so that you can experience more of a spiritual life and have light work and lifestyle balance. And so in every area of your life. And so the 7 freedoms for intentional living, I like to call them the intentional living codes. As we raise our vibrational frequency, we kind of crack our own codes of manifesting what it is that we desire after our spiritual awakening. I've gone through a spiritual awakening. Don't know if you have gone through a spiritual awakening through health. And if you have, let me know what it is that you've experienced and how it is that you've come out the other side. I believe we're here as light workers to go through our journey and go through the dark night of the soul, go through our awakening, and actually share our journey and our stories with others, and actually learn how to gather our spiritual ascension tools and then alchemize that process and give our gifts out in the world. So I would love to hear your story of your awakening, whichever area of it is in your life. And I actually have a co-author book series sharing our spiritual awakening stories. It's called the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365, a co-authored soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. And so as part of that process and going through my awakening, I have what I call my Soul Legacy Journal. As the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, I have the Soul Legacy Journal for myself and my students, and for my readers and my subscribers. It's a companion journal to my book, and I call it 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy by Lightworkers. And so when we've gone through our awakenings and we're experiencing whatever that is, whether it's rock bottom, whether it's a challenge, an obstacle, it's really helpful to journal and reflect and visualize what it is that we want to experience so that we can raise our vibration and be on that frequency. So that is what the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is all about. And again, today we're going to talk about health. And so every single day we talk about a different area of your life so we can have that spiritual life and work balance. And in today's podcast and coaching session for light workers, what I will say is, if you know of a light worker who would benefit from the podcast and you've watched other episodes, or even if you're new to me, if you get value from this episode, please do share it out. Press the share button. Please do like this video. Let YouTube know. Oh, actually, yeah, Iona, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And subscribe to the YouTube channel here at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. If you're watching somewhere else, or you're listening on Audible, or you're listening on Spotify or one of the other podcast platforms, follow that, download the episode, and then come back and let me know that you have. All right. So today, again, for Health Freedom Tuesday, every single Tuesday, we're going to reflect on our health as light workers, as we're building our business, as we're contributing in the world, as we're making our difference. So today I've got some notes in my Soul Legacy Journal. Every single day I journal, and then I bring the process that I have done. I encourage you, and I encourage my students to actually journal and visualize and actually notice how they're thinking and how they're feeling and how they're taking their soul guided actions as well. And I do have a 2-hour monthly coaching call called the 7 Freedoms Frequency Call-In Gym. So you just call in. It's a group coaching call for spiritual life and work balance for each and every one of my students that come to my masterclass. I actually give them the live bonus that in. I actually give an entire year of spiritual coaching, and then this YouTube podcast is the follow-on daily. I'm walking my talk. I'm sharing with my students, and it's in between. You can come and you can get support. All right. So this will make more sense if you are a student, but hopefully it'll make sense anyway, whether you're a subscriber at the Soul Legacy TV YouTube channel. All right. So in today's session for Health Freedom, for intentional living, we're going to talk about and touch on what I call the soul legacy wheel. And so it's similar to the wheel of life. It's a wheel, and it's a wheel to help you for each area that I focus on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. Every single day I talk about a different area of your life. I'll share those if you're new to me, but you'll see a playlist for these 7 areas on my YouTube channel as I journal every single day. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your vision. I have a 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board challenge. It's totally free. It's on my YouTube channel. And we focus on getting real deep clarity on these areas and visualizing and then putting images on a vision board, playing our vision board. We create a digital vision board via Canva. And then we play our vision board every single day. And then we journal and we take actions. And soon, before we know it, we're actually manifesting the life that we envisioned on the vision board. So we're going to talk about your vision board. We're going to talk about rating your vibrational frequency, where you're at, how in alignment you feel. Then we're going to talk about the soul intentions that you can write down and intend to do over this next week or this next month or this next year. All right. Next thing is that we're going to cover is the book for today. And the book is You Can Heal Your Life. So I read chapter 2, I believe it's called What is the Problem? Yes. So I'm going to share my insights with that. We have a book club at the Soul Legacy Academy. And so for my students and for my students, even as a subscriber, you can join the book club. You can go through the book club and buddy up as you read my book, as you read the books that I mentioned, as you read books that your favorite books, buddy up, or your own book. All right, you can share that in the book club. So this is Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influencers compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. And so this Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast series is like the companion to this to the book and to the journal that goes with it. And I also have weekly videos that go with my book on spiritual business coaching for Lightworkers. So enjoy the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. I believe that success isn't just about business. It's about having that light work and that lifestyle balance. And actually, as Lightworkers, and we fill everybody else's cup, we want to fill our own cup as well, because we can't serve from an empty cup. So when you see me doing that, it's because my camera has me go a little bit blurry sometimes. All right. So let me start with, as I mentioned, the Soul Legacy Wheel. So we rate our vibrational frequency on the Soul Legacy Wheel. And we create our vision board on the Soul Legacy Wheel as well. And again, if you haven't created your vision board challenge, and if you have created your vision board, let me know how is it going. It's a free challenge. I do it annually on the second week in December at 7:30 p.m. UK time, Monday to Sunday. And I'm actually doing it now. So tonight will be Health Freedom for that vision board challenge. And then I will leave the replays up all year. And then you can come and do it again in December, the second week in December. So if you've done that vision board challenge or you're about to do it, you'll have a vision of your health. You'll put images on your vision board. So you'll put in images for your contribution freedom, your health freedom, your emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. Those are the 7 areas that you'll have on your vision board that we talk about in the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. And so when you think of health, what images would you put on or have you put on your vision board? I can see a clear image of what it is that I wanted to manifest throughout this next year. So I play my vision board before I do my journaling, and then I write down my soul's intentions according to that vision board. In other words, being in alignment with the vision that I say I want to manifest, right? Sometimes we're not clear. Sometimes it's like, well, what do you want to experience? I don't know. Well, what don't you want to experience? This, and this. So it's kind of the opposite, right? And so whatever is on your vision board that you put, how do you feel? Do you feel in soul flow, or do you feel in soul funk? And by that, I mean, how in alignment do you feel intuitively? Just rate your vibration between a 1 and an 11. 1 is like, I'm in soul funk. Like, I don't even want to get out of bed today. Like, I'm done. Like, not today. I'm just going to pause today. Iona, yeah, I'll listen to you for a bit, but like after that, I'm going back to bed. It's absolutely fine, especially when we go through a spiritual awakening, and especially when we're having different things go on around our health. Totally get it, totally fine. But if we visualize and we tune into the version of ourselves that is well and the healthiest version of ourselves, and I'll talk about health on the vision board challenge, about the different areas of health, about mental health, emotional health, social health, spiritual health, environmental health, all the health, right? The health of your business, the health of your lifestyle, how healthy you feel. I'll talk about all of that. So what images and how do you feel? 1 at 11. 11 is like tuned in, source guidance, like higher self, like looking at the world through the lens of my soul. I'm on fire. Life is not pushing and pulling me. I feel vibrant. I feel energized. I feel high vibe. I feel like raring to go. I've got so much energy. I'm bursting. Like that is, you rate your vibration. That is how I feel today. I've rated my vibrational frequency and it's an 11. So here at the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast for intentional living and this spiritual life coaching session for Lightworkers, what we want to do is rate our vibration every single day. So what I did was yesterday for Contribution Freedom Mondays, I rated my vibration, which I'm looking down in my journal. It was an 11. So essentially, I could have a score between 1 and 11. So if I did to yesterday and today, and I felt like a 1, I felt low vibe, and it's absolutely fine. Then I would have a score added out as 2. Because I've got 11, then my score so far this week is 22. Just intuitively, it's a rating scale that I made up just to check in how you're feeling, right? So the idea is for you to reflect back on last Tuesday and think forward to the next Tuesdays, how you want to feel, how you felt, how you feel now, and how you want to feel. And then what you need to do in order to feel the way that you want to feel. What soul guided actions, what you might need to let go of, what you might need to allow and let in, all those things. So last week, I believe, oh, do you know what? My lighting keeps doing that. Apologies on every live. I think it just gets overheated. I can't remember what I was last week. I think I was 10. I'm just looking in my journal. Apologies, because I could have done this, but this is the process looking back. I can see every rating, but that one, 10. So I was at a 10 last week. And so for my health freedom this week, I'm at, and thank you for the love, I'm at 11. So what did I do between last week and this week to improve the rating of my health? So I set soul's intentions and I was accountable to myself, walking my own talk, adding the things in my life that would make me feel more healthy. Am I at the end game on my vision board? No. Am I all the way there? Do I still have soul's intentions today? Yes. Right. So just rate your vibration. I'm at 11. I'm feeling good because I'm making that progress, and I've committed to certain actions, and I've committed to letting go of certain things that I might say to myself that don't actually align with my emotional health or my mental health or my physical health. So it's not all of my circumstances need to change. It's how I feel about them, how I'm engaging with them. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Journal out whatever pops up for you. And if you are a student of mine in the Soul Legacy Academy and the 7 Freedoms Frequency Calling Gym, write your vibrational frequency down for the day and then come to the monthly coaching call, and I will support you through this as we raise your vibration. All right. It doesn't matter where you are. I'm where I'm at because I've done this for a really long time. I've lived intentionally for about 5-6 years now, maybe 5 years. I don't know, a long time anyway, probably 5 years, maybe even coming up for 6 next year. So, you know, am I all the way at where I'm like, oh, every vision? I'm never going to be at the destination. It's the journey, because every year I have another vision board and every year I want to grow, right? We don't just get to the final end game. And a lot of my students have come to me over the years and they assume that they were never going to do inner work again. They're like, I've done the inner work, I'm done. I'm like, spoiler alert. Or like there's an end destination. I'm here, I've arrived, and it kind of doesn't really work like that. All right. Life doesn't really work like that unless we're done. And then it's our time up on this earthly plane. I want to live to, or plan to live to 100. My mum's mum lived to 101, and that was her intention. I'm going to get to 100. And I saw her when it was my 40th birthday. Now I'm 51. 11 years, man. Or when it was I was coming up to my 40th birthday, and she had her 100th birthday, and I just remember people saying, "Oh, it's midlife and blah blah blah, life is over." And I'm like, dude, my nanny is like going strong. Like, imagine if I had another 60 years in me yet. What would I have that feel? What would I like that to look and feel like? And so it's 11 years on, and I'm still committed to that journey. Like, I've had a lot of losses in my life, and I just think this vehicle, this vessel, my mind, body, spirit, soul, what have you, I want to be in alignment. And I have decided to come to this earthly plane, and I will decide when I'm leaving. And I decide 100. Okay, that's it. So there we go. So we've gone through this whole legacy wheel. It says you're going in and out. So drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching this. You might be watching it in the Soul Legacy Academy because you're a student of mine. You might be watching it on my YouTube channel. You might be watching it on LinkedIn. Somebody else might have shared it. You might be watching it in the group, on Telegram, wherever you're watching. Then do comment. Come over to the YouTube channel. You can comment, or wherever you're listening to, come over to the YouTube channel. I love it. All right, so Soul Legacy Wheel, vision board, rating your vibration, and then let's set your soul intentions. So for me, when I was journaling this morning, I was like, okay, what can I do today? And I wanted to share this with you. I've been journaling kind of like while I've been on my lives, and I've journaled before, and I've really taken time this morning, especially because I'm going through the vision board challenge, to actually share the process with you of what you can do. You can choose to do as much or as little as you like. But when I was setting my soul intentions, I was like, okay, well, I looked at my vision board. What am I not doing that's on my vision board that's going to help me be the version that's on my vision board, right? What have I got to let in? What have I got to let go of? Like, if I'm doing something on a daily basis and it isn't in alignment with the version of me that I want to manifest, and I consider spiritual business success and that light work and that lifestyle balance, then I've got to make a decision to stop doing certain things and let in certain things. And I talk about on the vision board challenge, segment intending your day, as Abraham Hicks said, segment intending your day, meaning your days in different segments. And so I will talk about that more tonight on the vision board challenge, as in how I launch my day, lead my day, and leave my day with ease, grace, and flow, and how you can launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day with ease, grace, and flow in alignment with your values. And that is intentional living. You're setting intentions every single day and bringing your vision board onto your calendar and actually experiencing that. I'm not sure why it says that you're clicking on and off. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you are with me and this is actually making sense. I do this live for a reason. I do it live so you can actually engage. Not everybody wants to, but you've got the opportunity to ask me any questions, engage, let me know how your journey is. All right. So I intend to walk every single day. And so I usually do walk. And because I'm doing the project with a vision board, it's like, okay, give myself grace this week. And it's like, okay, that'll be a whole week. So if I can get out this week, I've set a time which would be a good time to do my steps. So throughout the summer, I was doing like 20K steps a day. So I was doing 2 walks a day. Obviously, when it gets to like more of the winter, it's December. I'm not going to go out as much. I'm not going to do it just doesn't feel the same, right, as in bouncing around in the summer. But just doing a walk, and it gets darker. So it's like, okay, well, when am I going to go? And so I'm reevaluating that, readjusting it with my work so I can have that light work and that lifestyle balance. I like to do it. I used to walk in the morning, and then I was like, okay, let me get this stuff done. And then I'm like, I'll walk after dinner, after lunch, and it just isn't working now because I'm doing more videos and different things on my YouTube channel. So I'm like, okay, when will I walk? Oh, well, it'll be in the evening, and that isn't working because it's dark and I don't feel really good walking around the streets. So I'm like, okay, let me reevaluate and readjust that. But part of being on my vision, I love walking, I love like hiking, I love all those things. I'm not in the environment to do that now, like hiking and going up mountains and stuff, but I still want to keep my cardio up. I still want to listen to music or listen to an audible book while I'm walking. I tend to use my voice notes and do what I call soul speaking into existence. So it's not just a walk for me. So it's like, okay, that's a commitment that I've made to myself. What can I do between now and next week? Is it every day? If I go out 2 or 3 times, am I going to be happy with that? Am I going to be in alignment. And you can check what your steps are, what your water intake is, what you sleep, how you feel for your own sleep, all the things that are going to help you feel healthy throughout this next week. You look back onto last week. What was your health like? Were you juggling? Are you working for somebody else? Are you caring for others? What are you doing to contribute in the world? Are you able to really look after yourself while you do that? Hopefully you are. So I intend to work out after my videos. So this daily live, I'd go and work out after that. Again, I've adjusted it. I love doing the workout in the morning, but depending on what workout I do, doesn't set me up for the day. So I'm like, I want to be in flow, I want to segment intend my day. And so I've put my workout after I've done my videos, but not this video. I'm going to add my video to my other YouTube channel, the Intention Dating, right? So on my vision board is my Intention Dating YouTube channel as well. So I'm like, okay, let me add a video there and let me do my weekly videos that go with my book. So that's 3 videos consecutively. I've got my makeup on. I can just change my t-shirt. So it's batching my time and segmenting my time, which would be in more flow, which would feel like a healthier business model for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then go do my workout rather than finishing this one, do my workout, then coming back. It's that pattern interrupt, if that makes sense. And sometimes I'll try and do it at night, and then I'll be like, okay, then I can get in the bath or the shower or what have you. It depends how things fit for you. You do what you need to do. Intentional living isn't about beating yourself up. It's about setting the intention and seeing where you can adjust things, where you can tweak things, where you're wasting time, where you can. So I was getting ready and I decided to do my Wayne Dyer morning meditation. I set this up, shared it out, then I did the meditation. So it's like, okay, I want to fit that in, and I wasn't fitting it in. How can I fit that in? Where do I want to fit it in? Where does that feel like flow? Does that make sense? So I'm looking after my mental health, doing a meditation. If you guys know me, like, I'm not a meditator. I just am not. Like, quieting my mind, it frustrates me. It irritates me, actually. All honesty, it irritates me. I'm like, my brain is a fast brain. I'm like, why are you trying to slow me down? Like, makes no sense. But the meditation and setting the intentions and having the affirmations, I can do. It feels good. It feels good. I've got dipped in and out of Wayne Dyer's meditation as well. But my mental health, my environmental health, my social health, my physical health. Do you know what I mean? Your physical health, all those things, set soul's intentions around that. Come to the monthly coaching call so we can hold you accountable. But you can get that. This is free. This spiritual life coaching, bringing that essence into your life. Hopefully that makes sense. The third thing that I wrote down was, I've just shared when to do my live. So this is 11:11. I've got then an hour after 12:12 doing my calling in the one. I don't have the book. And then my prep, either my prep or my recording or my prep and my recording of my weekly videos. I've got 3 weekly videos that go with the book, right? So it's like, as a spiritual YouTuber, you actually have to do the YouTube videos. You have to start from somewhere. And it's like, okay, really leaning into that version of me, doing 3 videos in a day, back to back, like that's going to be over 3 hours. I love it. Like, I get to do my journaling, I get to call in my dude, I get to talk about the things that I'm really passionate about, things that I'm knowledgeable about, and I talk about spiritual YouTubers from scratch. And then tonight, once a year, I get to do the vision board that's annually. So, you know, it's just wonderful. I love it. People say, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time. One, it's a poverty consciousness, and it's a lack, coming from a space of lack. And, excuse me, so we want to... So my health freedom, so my intention with my movement, being the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy and host here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, I forgot the YouTube title. The Soul Legacy movement is about improving the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation, escape a poverty consciousness and elevate a prosperity consciousness, one lighter worker at a time. I know I can't do it alone. So if I support you, you support yourself, you support your family, you support your soul clients, win-win, beautiful. right? So I will show up for that because I've got a North Star, I've got a movement, right? And I talk about this on the Vision Board Challenge, and I talk about this in my Movement Marketing Media Kit Challenge as well. All right, so if you've got a movement inside of you, you're going to need your own energy. You're going to need to look after yourself while you do that. And I'm really, really passionate about that, because when I went through my awakening, I didn't have someone sitting here journaling with me, telling me about their journey. Like, I was Googling it, I was YouTubing it, I was listening to YouTubers telling me all about their spiritual awakening story after the fact. And that's cool, but I want somebody to tell me, okay, well, that's after your fact. Like, how do I actually do this? Like, practically do this? And that's what the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is here for. So hopefully that made sense. So setting soul's intentions, I spent quite a little bit of time there, but I will do that each day. It's supposed to be a 20-minute podcast. I can't, I'm trying. So we've done the soul legacy wheel, done the vision board, we've done the vibrational frequency, we've done the intentions, the things that you have to let go of, let in. We all get 24 hours in a day. And I show my students how to live intentionally and how to set up your online calendar so that you have that spiritual life work balance and you start to live intentionally. And some people are like, can't do that. I'm like, dude, what will you be doing with your time? You're wasting it. What you want is permission to doom scroll on social media. Why? Do a meditation instead. Go out for a walk, listen to an audible book. I can't, because I'm pushed and pulled. But then we tell our next generation, come off the social media. It's not healthy for you. It's impacting your mental health. And we don't walk our own talk. I'm just saying. So the book for today was You Can Heal Your Life, rant. This, do you know what? I think it does make a difference. Does it make a difference? Please stay on ring light. I've got 4 on. I've got 3 on this side and 1 on that side. It just casts a shadow over me. So it was you can heal your life. What's the problem? General gist. I've got loads of notes. And my writing is actually neater today. I can actually read it. Love it. And so you can heal your life. Basically, Louise here was talking about just not feeling good enough. Basically, like, long and short of it, what's the problem? Not feeling good enough. The cause of ailments, the cause of disease, the cause of challenges, obstacles, not feeling worthy. That's it. Like, she's like, when people say, oh, well, my health is this, my weight is this, my what have you, she says, let's put that aside, because that's the symptom, like, manifesting from the actual problem. How are you loving yourself? How are you speaking to yourself? Your thoughts, like the thoughts that you put out into the universe, come back to you. And that's the first time I really heard that from Louise here. So she says, the thoughts become things. Obviously, we know that. We say that, and then we're thinking and talking and saying all kinds of things. I am in that category. I'm not like heavily into that. I catch myself, but I do. We all do. I mean, it's like, okay, how can we get better at that? And I'm trying. I'm practicing. No, I'm not trying. I'm doing. Right? I'm doing. And the more I do this work, and the more I lean into it, it's like, okay, call yourself out, and I will always call myself out as well. So she says about, you know, our childhood, recreating the experiences, and the only change that we can make is in this moment. Like, we've got the path, but we can change and choose our thoughts in this moment. You know, like when life be lifing and things feel super hard, and especially when you go for an awakening and you're like, how do I get out of this situation? You can only choose your thoughts in this moment, and that's it. Like, that's the energy that is propelling, which I love. And she talks about focusing on joy and beauty. This is Louise here. Let me know if you've read or listened to Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. Basically, you can heal your own life. Health Freedom Tuesday, right? And this is a reminder, if you've read her book. She shares a story about a lady whose eyesight was better one day, and she's like, I can see clearly, I can see clearly. And she kept saying, I don't believe it, I don't believe it, I don't believe it. And the next day, her eyesight went back to what it was, that when she didn't believe it, went back to blurry. So she shares a few stories like that, like basically causing your own disease in your body is what she says. And she has a mirror exercise, and I've just started to use the mirror more in this environment. I used to use it more, so I had like a wardrobe door with like 3 full-length mirrors, and I don't have that now because I don't have that at home. But the mirror that I'm using, and I try not to get emotional, the mirror that I'm using is my sister-in-law's. And so my sister-in-law She passed in October. And when I'd like be doing my makeup and stuff or do my hair, I'd say to her, you know, you got a mirror? And she's like, yeah, she'd give me this mirror. And after she passed, wasn't that long ago, only a few weeks ago, that I was like, oh, I need a mirror. And I said to her daughter, something just went wow in me then, on the back of my head. And I was like, oh, I wonder, like, I need a mirror. And she's like, oh, you can use my mom's. I was like, oh wow. And I looked in this mirror, and I used to just see her using this mirror and combing her hair and, you know, taking care of herself. And I just imagined, obviously, when you're looking in the mirror, they say that the eyes are the window to the soul. And I'm just like, oh wow. And I started looking in this mirror, and I've been doing my daily routine and my tapping and my what have you with her energy in mind. And I think it's really beautiful. And remembering that I'm a soul having a human experience. So looking into my eyes, the window of my soul, it just feels amazing. And it's helping me to manage my my own health and release any disease in my body through tapping. I tap every single day. All right. So one of the mirror exercises is that Louise Hayes shares in this chapter 2, is saying your name and then saying, I love and accept you as you are. So I'd look in the mirror. I've looked in the mirror this morning, and I said, Iona Mead, I love you. I said my middle name as well. It's May, Iona Mead. I love you the way that you are. I love and accept you exactly as you are. Iona Mead, I love and accept you exactly where you are. So you say that and see what comes up, but do it in the mirror, right? And so when I was doing it in the mirror, before I listened to the rest of the book, I paused it and actually did the exercise, right? And so Louise Hayes said, so as I was doing it, I was like, oh, I love and accept you as you are. And I was looking up at the grey hairs and the like receding hairline, because I had burnout and I had the kids and I'm a lady of a certain age. I was like, dude. And so I was like, really? Why did that come up? I was like, I love, and I focused in. I love and accept you as you are. Then my ear came up. One ear is bigger than the other. I was like, I love and accept you exactly the way that you are. And then I think my teeth, because my gums were bleeding, they I'm healing that. I love and accept you as you are. I have something in I was lifting weights. I think I pulled a muscle or something. And I was like, I love and accept you exactly as you are. And then I'm like, okay, you know, as you, for me, baby belly, my daughter's going to be nearly 21. She's like, Mom, that's not, it really isn't. I'm like, and so, and as a lady of a certain age, you know, there's not a lot there, but I'm like, okay, I love and accept you exactly where you are. And so I have certain reactions in my body as a lady. I'm like, I love and accept you exactly where you are. And I didn't realize, and I was like, all the things that I've ever kind of just thought, oh, I love and accept, it was like my brain was like, do you love and accept this? Do you love and accept this? But the actual body part just kept coming in. I was like, okay. And I'm like, my legs, really? And then I remembered a comment, and people used to say it. And actually, my best friend had said it. And I was like, dude, it's like, your legs are bowed. I'm like, how actually rude are you? She said that once to me one day. I was like, friends. And so that must have it been in there. So it's like, I love and accept you. I like my legs. I like my legs now. And I have my legs out. People are like, okay, you got some good legs. But, you know, things kept coming up. So, and then I was listening to the rest of the book, and she said that when people do the mirror exercise, they sometimes they're not even able to get through it. Sometimes there's floods of tears. Sometimes there's people criticize themselves. And that's the real problem. Sometimes when people are overweight, it's not the problem. And, you know, we waste years and years and years trying to diet and exercise and all the rest of it. I will be doing my fitness and stuff, and my fitness course as part of that's on my vision. I'm going to do the personal. I am doing the personal training and nutrition and gym instructor. And I'm going to bring that into the 7 Freedoms frequency as a bonus. Because I've worked out for years. I've done Insanity and C.H.E.E.R.S and all the things. And I know that people say to me about fasting and nutrition and different things. Iona, you know, can you share with me what you do, or, you know, what's best for them? And so I will bring that into the 7 freedoms as part of the health. And so, yeah, loving yourself and never criticize yourself, and that creates change. That's what Louise Hay says. I think that's really powerful. Let me know if you found that helpful. I know I was diving deep, but I just want to share the practice. So we've done the book for the day. I'm going to do the card for today. And the card for today is from Keepers of the Light. If you've got your own card deck, then let me know what you've pulled for today. This is Keepers of the Light. I love this deck. So it's the only deck that I've got. So here's the card for today. It's Saint Germain. Now, if you were on with me yesterday, episode 8 of the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, this will make more sense. And so me showing up every single day, it's a run-on from each area of my life. This is for me first, right? It's for you after, as a subscriber, as a viewer. I'm a readership community. I'm a student on the 7 Freedoms Frequency Calling Gym. But essentially, it's for me, and it makes sense for me. And because I'm vibrating at this frequency and you're here, it's for you too, okay? So karma releasing. Does that make sense? Karma releasing. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. The karma, I was talking about that forgiveness and being right. I got Mother Mary yesterday, and I was like, okay, so the messages are still coming. Saint Germain was born in France in the 18th century. It's said to have been, the 18th century, and he's said to have been given a new identity because he was the love child of 2 very powerful people. He was well educated. See, put that up there. Well educated and able to rub shoulders with royalty. He was also deeply interested in magic, alchemy, and the cosmos, and able to perform real life miracles that turned lead into gold. Now he moves us more beyond social limitations to connect with the right people for the highest good. Hang on. He's still a master alchemist. See, I talk about alchemy in the journal. This is a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for Lightworkers. I love it. I think it's just beautiful. All right. So now he helps us move beyond social limitations to connect with the right people for the highest good. He's still a master alchemist and able to turn whatever is leadened in your life into something that is golden. His twin flame is Lady Portia. He is the keeper of the light of the violet flame, the powerful euphoric retreat where we can release karma. I've been talking about karma. I was talking about karma yesterday. I was like, karma is a you know what? And I'm like, I don't need to do stuff. Karma. And it's like that cause and effect. So anyway, extended message. As karma is the spiritual law of cause and effect. We experience many levels of karma. Some we inherit from our family, and some from the people we keep helping out of the problems they keep creating. Do you do that? As a light worker, do you resonate with that? Yes, stop. So Saint Germain is here now to clear your energy so that you can no longer have the weight of the world or your loved ones' world on your shoulders. Be aware that the old pattern is leaving your life and creating space for something more loving to enter. Visualize yourself surrounded by a fiery violet cloak to release all the karma you no longer need. So visualize this violet cloak to release all the karma that we no longer need. And that for me is just beautiful. I always shut my eyes. It's like, open your eyes. I know, I'm in the moment. All right, so let me share with you. We're almost done. I've got notes. So the note from the universe, although I haven't pulled it up, and I'm going to just pop into I literally go into my Gmail and do this while we're on the live. I don't mean to, but I read it. I've read it, I think, for today. Yeah, I have. I read it for today, but I just didn't pull it up. So let me share this. This is by Mike Dooley. And it's a note from the universe. And I like to think that this whole 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is your note from the universe. It's like that coaching from the universe. It isn't just for me. What I say it's for me. It isn't just for me, but hopefully you've been guided here when it is that you need it. When it is that you need it. So Note from the Universe by Mike Dooley. Subscribe to the TUTS, he calls it. So he says, Iona, no matter what your faith is or is not, no matter where in the world you are, I want you to know that during this special time of year, I'll be with you. In the eyes of every child and the melody of every song, I'll be the glimmer in the ice crystals, the rays in the sun, and the stars at night. I find it really hard to. He has it. It's deep, but I don't think it flows as well as it could. Sorry, Mike. And I have early dyslexia, so it's just me. And with each smile you see, every hug you receive, and every laugh you hear, I'll be there reaching out through another. And that took me a while to get. I'll be reaching out through another for another person with the blessings and tidings to last you the year, because I love you. I always have. I always will. Duck, snow, the universe. And then there's a PS. I got told that there's a PS. Look at the PS. So here's the PS. If you're watching this, which you shouldn't be, if you're watching this, like, PS, happy everything to you, Iona, to your family, and to every single wonderful radiant being in shimmering and enlightening sphere. They told me to the person that shared this with me said, don't forget the PS. I'm like, okay, dude, but don't be watching me on social media. Just saying. All right. Okay. The soul income game, and then we'll do gratitude, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. So the soul income game, as we do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, this soul legacy journal, right, as I was going through my awakening, I think we all go through multiple awakenings, and I'm going through an awakening now, like going through grief and shifting my consciousness. Like, that spiritual awakening is just, for me, just shifting in our awareness and shifting the meaning of our life, right? So we're waking up. So I call this 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story. I co-created Soul Path to Spiritual Alchemy for Lightworkers. I should say my spiritual awakening story, because it's like, it's ours, it's mine, right? And so this journal is magical. It gives you £1,000, dollars or euros every single day to journal what you would spend your money voucher on. So as you do the 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board and Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, I will share with you how I can help you and support you in spiritual business coaching, and with a one-page plan to actually create a model that is your $1 million a year idea. Whether you do that with me in my boot camp for the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, author and authority media program, and author and authority media program, or the 12-month mastermind Soul Guided Millionaires in the Making mastermind and writers retreat. Either way, we'll do the soul income game, and I'll show you how you balance your light work and your lifestyle, but also how you raise your vibrational frequency and how you feel worthy and how you feel good enough to actually manifest that business, manifest that light work and that lifestyle balance, and actually have the business model that backs that you can actually serve in the world. So part of doing having a spiritual business, it's spiritual business success, is contribution freedom, health freedom, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. As light workers, we don't get to leave out the financial freedom, because the more light workers that have financial freedom in their hands, the power and the light that's spread out in the world. So the way that we do this soul income game is about that receiving soul income, soul client income, and working with your high paying one-to-many soul clients, I call them. So one-to-many means like having a readership community, having passive income. Like, this is me serving one-to-many. This is me serving one-to-many. In my book, I've written it once, and you can go and get it on Amazon. And inside the book is what I call a 5-day fast track movement marketing model. And I challenge you to start your spiritual YouTube channel around your spiritual business. There's a 5-day course in there, a mini challenge. It's a YouTube challenge. And I share with you how to get clarity on your YouTube, how to get clarity on your business, how to get clarity on your vision, basically, and what people are searching for you online and on YouTube, etc. So you're really confident and strong is when if you want to be positioned as an author and an authority, that you're actually in tune with what people are searching for. And so I talk about, in day 2 of that course, the topics that you might want to talk about on your YouTube channel and online and in your business, and merging your life purpose. What else? Topics, planning, the topics, naming things. I think I'm great at naming things. I name them really long, but I'm great at helping others to name things. And so sometimes that's a bit of a challenge, naming things that are results orientated and outcome orientated. I love doing that with my students. And then I teach you about planning out like your intentional life, and then and so you can have that light work and that lifestyle balance, and then doing your channel trailer on your YouTube channel. So my readership community, this is what I wanted to do, is like, okay, well, if you're going to start a spiritual business, you've got that contribution down. Well, we want to be in alignment with receiving financial freedom, right? Otherwise, you're going to sabotage your business, not do the things that you wanted, that you know that you're supposed to do, setting your soul's intentions, because you're blocking the money. Don't feel worthy. And T. Harv Eker says your income can only grow to the extent that you do. That is why I'm here. Your income can only grow to the extent that you do. And if you are a student in the Soul Legacy Academy, you have a Trello board to act with the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, just to support you through that one-page plan. I love it. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful model. So play the soul income game, and I give you the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. What would you spend your vibrational money on? What would you choose to purchase that is on your vision board? Hence why doing the vision board makes this actually work, and doing the 2-hour monthly coaching call helps you to support the actual journey and be accountable, and actually, so we can track your contribution, and we can also track your finances, and we can then see that you are manifesting that light work and that lifestyle balance. And I'm hoping that the dog doesn't bark on every single episode. All right. So it's not my dog. So it's my sister-in-law's dog. So when we play the soul income game, we're writing down what it is that we want to spend. So in your journal, write down what you want to spend your vibrational money voucher on, share it in the group, capture the images in your journal. I like to use a digital journal for this called Penzu, and I've done that today. I've typed 10% of that vibrational money voucher. There's rules to it. So if you imagine donating to a worthy cause, tithing that 10%, it means that when you're earning the soul client income, you know where it's going to go. You know that it's going to go on X, Y, Z, like a worthy cause, right? Or your own worthy cause. And so the charities that I tithe to is, one of them is Compassionate Friends, which is a charity for bereaved parents, because I am one. And my son made his transition 9 years ago. So that's something that I'm passionate about. Charity water is something that I'm passionate about. When I do a bucket list item on my vision board, I tend to link it to a charity. Cancer Research is a charity that I link my marathon to, and anything else that I do, I'll link it to that, so people can donate. And there's me typing my time, and also my granddaughter's fund. And Cruise Bereavement Care is a charity that supported me through my dark night after my son passed. So there's ways of giving money to people that are doing amazing things in the world. And if you're willing to receive that financial freedom, and you're willing to receive money rather than just having money blocks and saying that's how it is, then we can spread more light in the world without burning ourselves out, right? Yeah, we can throw some money at it. It's okay. So the soul income game, receive the financial freedom, receive the vibrational money voucher. Let me know what you would do with it. Post your images in the group. Buddy up and do this. Make it fun. Make money fun. Money's energy, right? And so we don't get to pay bills with this vibrational money. That's not what I gave it to you for, or the Soul Legacy Journal gives it to you for. Come from the space that your bills are already paid, and come from the space that you've already got savings, so you don't have to save it. If you don't want to spend your vibrational money every single day, you can carry it over to the next day, but no more than Sunday. On Financial Freedom Sunday, you've got to spend that vibrational money. So essentially, this Soul Legacy Journal is so magical. It's a blank notebook, but it's your imagination that is going to manifest and create the pages and create the chapters of your life. and you are going to be in tune with what is on your vision board and start to think and feel this is what you actually have. Universe, it's done. It's just such an amazing process. I absolutely love it. It works. But you've got to work it, right? You've got to spend that time doing that. And so I do mine on Sunday. I type every day and I do mine on Sunday. But imagine if there's something that comes up, or I see something in a shop, or I go shopping, and which I do on a Thursday, actually, I will be doing tomorrow. And I want to buy things for my barn conversion. And I'm in the shop and I'm like, oh, I don't have the money for that, whatever it is, and that couch or whatever it is. I can spend my vibrational money voucher and buy that couch, sit on the couch, sit on the, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Really play the game. And this was inspired by the prosperity game in Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks, and also Frederick Lerman's Prosperity Consciousness book. And so I want to support you in moving from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness. Many of my students come to me and they say, Iona, yeah, I don't have a problem earning the money, it's keeping the money. What do I do with it? It kind of goes as fast as it comes, and that's not the idea. Like, that's not prosperity in or feeling abundant. It's like just running through you, like I can't handle it. And so this practice is the vibration of that financial freedom. Hopefully that makes sense. So if you want to continue on your education with me again, come to the Soul Legacy Academy. There's a couple of ways that I can support you, and you can actually get an entire year of spiritual life and work balance business coaching. So if you sign up for my masterclass, it's called the Spiritual Book and Business Marketing on YouTube Masterclass. This is me marketing my business and sharing with you my book on YouTube. So many of my students want to write the book, or they've written the book and they don't know how to market it. They don't know how to take the book on a book tour. They don't know how to kind of just really get their gifts out there or create a business around the book. So my business is inside this book. So if you are a reader in my community, like I said, I've got this 5-day challenge for you. It's usually $55. I gift it. I gift it because I've created it once and I wanted to be that generous with my readership community. It's the start of the journey. And so if you come to the masterclass, I will share with you how you can speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying one-to-many soul clients without feeling icky, without feeling salesy, with just showing up, speaking out, and serving deep without doing busy work, without experiencing burnout, and without being broke, right? Because that's not the idea. So you can come to the masterclass. I will give a free chapter of my book, so you can have a look and see. I give 3 free chapters. I give an introductory chapter on how to start, grow, and build a successful online spiritual business on YouTube with a #1 bestselling book launch. And then I give the first 2 chapters as well. All right. So if you've read that and you want to purchase the book, let me know. Please do leave a review. If you bought the book already, I know that sometimes it's like, oh, well, I'll get around to reading it. Read the first couple of chapters and leave a review anyway. That'll help me out on Amazon. That'd be absolutely amazing. All right. So the second way is to come to the Global Networking Hub for ambitious spiritual coaches, earth angels, authors, entrepreneurs, and lightworkers doing soul guided influencers doing our light work in the world. And so again, if you do have a book, you can actually come and you might want to get featured. You might want to connect with our community, and you might want to cross promote. You might want to collaborate. I say that for the people in the community, my soul family, is that we want to show up, speak out, and serve deep, and position ourselves as an author and an authority. And through that, I teach you how to do that through YouTube and through Amazon and through your online courses. All right. So I absolutely love it. I've got a 7-day challenge in the hub for you, teaching you how to do a media kit around your own book, or if you want to be a co-author, again, sharing your spiritual awakening story in my co-author book series, then go to the soullegacyacademy.com and you'll find those 2 spaces. What I will do is finish up with gratitude. I think we are done. And hopefully you'll find this of value. All right, let me know where you're watching from. Do comment. And if you are commenting somewhere where I can't see it, apologies. I will come back to the comments. Do share this out. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can come back on Health Freedom Tuesday and share with me what your soul intentions are what you've been manifesting. And again, if you're a student of mine and you are going through that 7 Freedoms frequency call in gym, you've got 2 hours of a group coaching call. This is supporting you in between the calls. How amazing is that? All right, the way that I say gratitude here at the 7 Freedoms Frequency Podcast for Intentional Living is I've got a gratitude stone and a crystal. And I say, I want to raise my vibration, right? So I want to raise my vibration, excuse me, it's part of my movement for intentional living. And I call these 7 freedoms the intentional living codes and the cheers to financial freedom frequency. And we want to raise our vibration to rise and reside at the vibration we wish to witness in the world. Now, whatever we want to witness in the world, it starts with us, right? Agreed? Okay, so part of that, we could do that through gratitude. And the way that I say in my gratitude, I call it soul speaking into existence. And I do this daily. So if it feels old or repetitive, it's supposed to. It's consistency. It's following through in a consistent vibration. It feels like Groundhog Day sometimes, but that's what it takes to manifest, right? Consistent vibrational frequency, consistently raising and rising and residing, maintaining that frequency that is on your vision board. So whatever's on your vision board, we say, I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I appreciate. Now, you appreciate the journey, you appreciate the past, the present, and the predicted future. In order for your 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board, challenge and bank 50K in 50 days to work, that vision board to work, you need to be in alignment with it, right? Agreed? So yeah, we can stick pictures, but then is it going to manifest? Not if we're not in alignment. And it's not even about all these actions. It's not if we're not in alignment and we don't believe it, right? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So this is our way of believing it before it manifests, in order for it to manifest. All right. So I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. Now, something in the past, something in the present, or something in the predicted future, and the cheers to financial freedom frequency. So the 7 freedoms frequency is you unlocking your intentional living code that is in alignment with your values and is in alignment with your soul guidance, right? So it's not being pushed and pulled by the humanness, what you see, it's by the feeling. So let's conjure up that feeling and then we can wrap up this episode. I can't believe it's almost an hour. I can't believe it's almost an hour. That says calling in the one. Remember I said the next thing that I want to do is do the book Calling in the One. It's coming up for the 12/12 that I put on here. I've set an alarm. I've got 2 minutes. That's the next thing I'll do when I get off this live. How amazing that this is supposed to be 20 minutes, right? So I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate for the C for contribution. And then we'll do the H for health, E for emotional freedom, E for environmental freedom, R for relationship freedom, S for spiritual freedom, S for financial freedom, the cheers to financial freedom frequency. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate contribution freedom. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate every single person that shows up for this live, on the live and on the replay, every single person that listens on Spotify, on Audible, every single student that's watching in the Soul Legacy Academy. I love you all. I think you're amazing. Thank you so much for just being you and birthing more light in the world, showing up, speaking out and serving deep. All right. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my health, like going out for walks in nature and just breathing in that fresh air. I love it. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate emotional freedom. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the laughs and the smiles that I was able to have. I got on a call last night and we were laughing. I was high from doing my vision board and I didn't go to sleep till like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was just really, really nice. Yeah, happy and grateful for that, emotions. Happy and grateful and appreciate environment. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the social media, being able to use social media for good. I'm happy and grateful for free. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate relationships. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the lady who messaged me on my live yesterday, you know who you are, and then asked me if I received DM. I read my DMs and I thought, oh, have I missed a DM? She DM'd me and we had a really lovely conversation about self-publishing and books and all the things. I am ecstatic with any light worker who has a book, who is ready to invest in themselves, ready to invest in the planet, actually get their gifts out there. Absolute game changer. Love it. So thank you. And I looked back at our conversation, and we had a beautiful conversation, and it was 4 years ago. So it's like, oh, okay, that was really nice. So I'm happy and grateful for that relationship, and I know that it will blossom in the way that it should do. Not that it should do, in the way that it'll just unfold. Happy and grateful and appreciate spiritual freedom. Happy and grateful and appreciate my soul guidance, and the guides, and whatever that was at the back of my head today. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate financial freedom. Having more masterminders apply for the mastermind, Soul Guided Millionaires in the Making mastermind and writers retreat, and actually being a soul match. I'm loving that process. I'm loving that when my subscribers and my readership community come to the masterclass on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time, join me live, and then come to the free chapter group coaching VIP day to implement the homework and do their Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, and allow me the honor of supporting them through their business. I'm happy and grateful for that, because every masterminder that comes in, and that is adding to my financial freedom, and I love that. I love offering 10 times the value that I ever ask someone to invest. All right, so we're going to wrap this up. I would love to support you in launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy with ease, grace, and flow. Every day, how you're launching your day, leading your day, and leaving your day is your legacy. So I talk about aligning your movement, your message, and your money again in the Global Networking Hub for ambitious spiritual coaches, earth angels, authors, and entrepreneurs doing their light work in the world with a media kit. If you have a book and you want to learn how to create a media kit around it and actually promote your book, or you want to write a book or be part of my Call the Book series, sharing your spiritual awakening story, join the hub and we'll get on the monthly call, and we will connect, co-create, and collaborate and cross-promote together, birthing more light in the world. It's time. Really excited about that. If you want to feature on a podcast, on a YouTube channel, on TV, on radio, I've got a Trello board for my students where I go get featured and take my book. Anyone that says, have other guests, then I will share that with you. And you guys can share where you've been featured as well. That's the power of collaboration and getting your light work out in the world. What else? Here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. Share your gifts and shine your light, because you were born to serve. It's all about the big vision and the soul mission and your soul client income, soul tribe impact, and soul family influence. Be blessed in your soul purpose. Big love. I will see you on the next episode, which is Emotional Freedom Wednesdays. But I would love to hear next Tuesday what it is that you are manifesting in terms of your health. All right, big love.